Hi guys, I got a new lamp. Just installed it yesterday. I can control the lighting with the remote. And we are reacting to BuzzFeed Unsolved, the Supernatural final season, and I accidentally spoiled it. And I didn't know I wasn't recording, so I forgot to record. So, not gonna be exactly fun reacting to all this stuff.
We're finally here. The Conjuring house.
Gorgeous, nice.
Normally for,
Except there's fucking
Hollywood,
rain.
they make the house spookified and all that stuff, but
I think it actually looks nicer in the film.
in the middle of the woods, no less.
Yeah.
No one will hear us
Scream,
get
yeah,
our
very good.
insides pulled out.
Yeah.
Well, shall we?
Basically, not gonna be
Get
reacting
on in there,
in these
Burgess.
first 9 minutes. Unless the caffeine kicks in more.
This week, on the season premiere of the final season of BuzzFeed Unsolved Supernatural, we investigate the Arnold estate as part of our ongoing investigation into the question, are ghosts real? Now, considered by many to be one of the most haunted houses in America, many people know.
Okay, so I think some places are haunted, some places aren't haunted. I think places that have battle sites are more likely to be haunted, or like mass homicides or a fucking concentration camp. Those are most likely to be haunted. I think Old Mission St. Inez might be haunted, but because it's in Solvang, and Solvang has a fuck ton of bakeries, it smells too good to haunt. So all the ghosts are chill. Even though it's like at the start of a battle site. I mean, it was at the start of the Chumash War of 1824. The Chumash unfortunately lost.
Know this place by another name, the Conjuring House. That's right, in our final season, we are finally going to sleep and investigate in the Conjuring House.
Okay, so about the Conjuring. It's inspired by the obviously the haunting of this house that Ed and Lorraine investigated, but Ed Warren, he groomed someone, and I don't like that, so I'm not a huge fan of the Warrens. And apparently Lorraine Warren was okay with it. Now I'm like, bitch, no.
The house that inspired the first Conjuring film. And as you do know, and as everybody else there knows,
Yeah, the caffeine's really
I
kicking
only
in.
do one demonic investigation per season.
Okay.
And
Yeah, it's
herein lies
reasonable.
my sacrifice for this season. We're just
What-
starting off with it.
Yeah, I guess so. Might as well. Hey, if you're gonna get wet, you might as well go swimming. That's what I say.
Are you kind of like a dip your toes in the pool kind of guy? Or
I
are you
literally
like a...
just fucking said, if you're gonna get wet, you might as well
Yeah,
go
I'm
swimming.
asking you by the methodology.
I'm jumping.
He
Well,
jumped
then
in the
that's-
I
fucking
laid
deep
my
end.
ass on a pentagram. Do you think I dip my toes in the pool?
I don't know, maybe you kind of are a guy who likes to work your way in.
Absolutely
That goes
not.
against everything I do know about you, but I just wanted to give you the courtesy
The
of
Ghoul
asking.
Boy promise is that we
Thing is
get wet.
tall. I got a candle on.
Right.
I guess that's the slogan we're running with this last season, so,
Get ready to get wet out there.
well, let's get into it.
Built in 1736 in Harrisville, Rhode Island,
It's an old-ass
the
house.
3,100 square foot home still sits on the original
looks
stone
okay.
foundation that dates back
That's a
to
good
before
foundation.
the American Revolution. The 3-bedroom, 2-bath house went on to endure the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, and relentless storms.
Yeah, it saw two American wars, so it obviously might have some ghosts from those time periods.
Including the hurricane of 1938 that destroyed many other homes and barns in the south of New England.
That's an old ass house.
Yep. You don't make them like they used to.
It is an
The
old
final
ass house.
season, let's just get right into it. That's an
Hey,
old
man.
ass house.
I can guarantee you this, every house we're going to be in is going to be old as hell.
A former
Yep.
resident of the home theorized that the Arnold estate's resilience may be due to a far more nefarious reason. That the home is in fact, quote, a portal cleverly disguised as a farmhouse.
Press it out.
And unfortunately for one family, that portal would lie
mean, it
dormant
sucks for them.
until they moved in, and the Arnold estate became a living nightmare.
Sometimes houses just be creepy. There's
Yep.
not really any particular reason
Houses be
why
creepy.
this house is creepy, or, as you like to say, a hellmouth.
Yeah.
Sometimes I kind of like the idea of a family just being patient zero just because.
Yeah.
Like everyone seems to think that the devil has this like kind of like intricate plan and things have to make sense. What if sometimes he just like spins a globe and it's just like
throws a dart at the board, yeah.
right there? That's where I'm gonna take a dump on a family.
I mean, that makes the most sense. He's sort of
Yeah.
an agent of chaos, you
He's
know?
an ass-
I'm not
Asshole.
scared of this demon.
Yes, you are.
I am. Why don't I go back outside?
Oh,
Or-
you not like it in here?
Yeah, I love it in here.
Or it could just be, or it just could be like a commission sort of
You don't
thing.
like the vibes?
Yeah, I love that they made a successful horror franchise off of how horrific this house is.
Judging by
Yep,
one
tall
room,
ass flame.
I think this might be the nicest place we've ever stayed.
You said that everywhere we've gone.
Well, I find them very charming. This place could make a killing on Airbnb. This place is a lot more rustic
I guess so. Yeah, it's more cabin-like. That's for sure.
in a way
Yep.
that I find very sexy.
Hey, look at this, our old pal.
Yeah, what is this, a replica? She doesn't go on tour?
No, this is a replica.
Yeah, obviously it's
I don't
double.
think they would allow the real Annabelle to be.
By the way, they got 3 of the Raggedy Ann motherfuckers in this house.
I guess a dining room table.
We've met your sister. She was weak sauce. Now she lives in my rib cage. What do you think of that?
I'm just unnerved by a house that's evil and horrible for no reason. Are you not? I actually find it more comforting to know, well, obviously horrible things happened here, therefore.
Take this opportunity. It was missed, but I just fully watched that door swing open and freaked out.
Oh. I mean, it could just be the house being old.
That. Hold on, let me. So
This place is full of them tonight. Who we just entered.
how could?
Folks, he's already got the wiggles. We got a class 5 wiggler here. This guy's, he ain't feeling it.
That's the security alarm.
Now that's your little
Wait a second, am I actually recording? Yeah, I'm recording my audio.
ghost alarm. Is this door? This is the one that...
This door opened from that way.
It's not doing it now.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems to be prone to that.
Yeah, it's like an old ass
Already
house.
doing it, huh?
Well, you know, you ladies do
Kept
this.
looking on the breeze and
I'd
stuff.
like to do a little test. Perhaps the house is old. Maybe the movement around could make it open.
Huh? Okay. That's a lot of jumping.
What if I guess it's
Okay.
just holding it closed?
Yep, that's a good test, I guess. All right. Okay. All right, you dropped your little ghost thing.
Did that satisfy you?
Yeah, but I would like to point out that with just, you know,
It was a little bit harder of a push than
Well,
you
here-
thought. It was a little harder of a push than that.
no, but
I
I'm
want-
saying like
let
when
the
it's
record show
when
that
it's
your
wedged.
face.
But look at this.
The thing's going up again.
Yeah, but it was definitely closed.
Okay, maybe it wasn't though. Who's in here? Okay, we got more of the
Mr.
Annabelles.
Basket,
And
a fan, something
there's
with
Ryan
something
Vergara.
covered in plastic.
What did you look afraid?
In this library, our audio recorder picked up these unexplained voices.
Foi, zwiesz. Foi, zwiesz. Foi, zwiesz.
That doesn't sound like help me, but it might be Gaelic. I don't know why I think it's Gaelic.
It said
Doesn't
that
sound like
books
English.
fly off this shelf,
Oh,
which is kind of cool.
yeah, that is kind of cool.
Bookcase right here, guys. Take a book off of it. Slap me in the kisser. I want some text on my lips.
Oh boy, this comes on the cringy things. Okay, for the experiment they're about to do, I've been watching both BBC Ghosts. Well, I started watching BBC Ghosts. I'm almost done with the first season. And I plan on watching Ghosts CBS and Ghosts Germany. Imagine a ghost hunter doing what they're about to do, and then just think of the ghost just reacting to the ghost hunters being stupid.
Don't do that with your lips.
I mean,
Come on, right there. Don't
mean-
you want to throw a book at this cocky little, by some accounts, decent looking face?
Is this the season of Smooch and Ghosts? Okay, what if this is our new test for the season? We close our eyes and we both make kissy faces and see if either of us get kissed by a ghost.
you know, I can see Flower trying to kiss
This is
them.
the technique that you learn in ghost hunting school. Is they teach you this on day one.
I just hate
Best in
this.
the biz.
The noises of the kiss scene.
I didn't feel anything.
I didn't feel anything either.
This room is clear.
In December of 1970, Roger and Carolyn Perrin, along with their 5
Oh, boy, the
daughters,
Perrin haunting.
Nancy, Christine, Andrea, Cindy, and April, moved into the Arnold estate. According to her first-hand account, Andrea Perrin said that her mother Carolyn, quote, discovered the farm quite by accident, back in June of that same year. While Andrea remembers the previous owner of the property as, quote, an elderly gentleman who captured our hearts with his kindness and generous spirit, other sources report that neighbors told the parents to, quote, leave the lights on at night upon their move into the historic house.
Do you think that elderly gentleman was the fucking devil?
It's possible. Would you make a deal with the devil?
Yeah.
What would it be for?
Whatever.
Just a general
Whatever
deal?
he's
got, I'll
you'd
take
have you'd have an overall deal with the devil.
Yeah. How would you? Why are you already shaking my hand?
How do I look in? Yeah, I don't look that bad. There's a little bit of shine, but I'm good.
Wait, I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe I don't want to make a deal. Let's settle down now.
Too late. You're in contract with Shane Madej now.
Ah,
The parents' experiences with the supernatural started fairly innocently. Carolyn would find herself noticing small things, like a broom being out of place, strange noises
Yeah, that could
coming
be
from
easily
different
explained.
rooms, or piles of dust in the kitchen.
That's
where she'd
just fucking
slept.
annoying.
In the beginning, the Perrin family believed the apparitions they began to witness within the Arnold estate to be benevolent.
Dang, the
The
crackles
spirits
again.
would act up or become increasingly loud when guests would be over.
Yeah, I got the crackles in
Carolyn
my
Perrin once
headphones.
saw 2 men sitting in the dining room,
I just-
one of whom looked directly at her, then pointed
I have no issue.
to her so the other man could get a look. Andrea joked that, to them, she was the ghost. Recently in this area of the house,
So far, mostly
one woman
harmless
heard a
ghosts?
disembodied clap and observed the apparition of a woman in a white dress just outside the kitchen
Oh
window.
man. You know, my uncle almost scared the crap out of me by doing something like that. Like I was just doing the dishes. He walked right up to the kitchen window. I almost had a fucking heart attack.
Others have even heard a woman's voice greet them with an eager and welcoming hello.
So this is the dining room. I have a thermal cam set up in my hand here, and that's because they saw a woman in white outside these windows.
Woman in white. Where the white ladies at?
I don't know, I feel like you should say it differently, but I guess that works. Is there anybody in here with us right now? My name is Ryan.
I'm Shane.
If there's anybody who would like to communicate, make your presence known. You could move something. You could touch one of us.
Give us a massage. Hey, we're back in the saddle after 2 years of not ghost hunting. You know how sad that makes me?
Yeah, because he had
It makes me so
COVID.
sad.
It makes me
Or
so
like the
sad.
COVID
And I'm here
years.
with my friend, and this is the first time we're back.
Wait, I think it was. Let me see. Yeah, it's like 2021. Like there was COVID.
Back on the trail. I mean, how long has it been since we just walked around a room together and looked
Is
at
that
the
fucking
stuff?
Robert the doll?
Back on the trail. I mean, how long has it been since we just walked
That is a mini Robert the motherfucking doll.
around a room together and looked at the stuff?
That's true.
Check this shit out. Whoa.
A fucking creepy
Hey,
chandelier.
why are they
Yeah.
hanging dead plants from the ceiling?
That's actually kind of unnerving. I don't like that.
That's some
I
it
think
looks
it's
like some witch
old-timey
stuff.
air
All
freshener.
due respect to the witches out there.
This is also the room where 2 gentlemen were spotted by Carolyn Perrin, just sitting there, and they pointed at her as if she was the ghost.
Love that. Love a confused ghoul.
Love an others situation.
Yeah.
Who's in this house?
Can I sit down?
You can sit down. Why not?
I'll join you.
Come take a seat on Papa's lap.
No.
Okay, the chair works too.
Yeah.
All right, folks. I'm gonna ask again. Who is in this house? I know there's something demonic here, but why?
What are you doing? What's the deal?
What's your name?
What's your whole situation?
Are there any other entities here that aren't demonic?
If someone's just like, yeah, hi, my name's Greg. There's a freaky lady downstairs. And dare I say, I think she wants to hurt me. She won't talk to me.
So now we're going into the kitchen. Apparently they picked up an EVP in here of a woman saying hello, as well as a disembodied clap, kind of like the film, and a lady, a woman in white, staring through this window very creepily. I'm not gonna lie, if I came in here to make myself a bag of popcorn on the stove or in this microwave, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to eat this popcorn. Ah!
Oh yeah, you saw
A face
lady.
right there?
Yeah.
I'd lose my mind. I'd shit my pants.
Anybody out there?
Yeah.
Hello?
I don't see anybody.
Hope not.
Seeing as how this is the Conjuring house, I'm sure you guys are used to this. I have in my hand right here a device. And for the first time this season, we're breaking it out.
Let's start the end of this series correctly.
Shane, why don't you tell the folks what this is?
Well, Ghosts, this is a stupid little radio. Come on, man! You gotta give us some heads up on that. You can't just fucking record that.
I got tired of you yakking.
Demon! Where the demon at? Come on!
Okay, come on, take it easy. Fuck it. What's the non-human entity in this house?
Oh, he's off. He's off and running now. He found his courage.
What is the non-human entity in this house? What's in this kitchen with us right now? My name is Ryan.
I'm Shane.
If you want to communicate with us, say our names back to us.
Say him backwards. It'd be fun for the viewers, because then they could reverse it and be like, what did he say? It'd be like a cool ARG.
Yeah.
We invite you to make a nice little home in the soul of Ryan Bergara.
Nope.
Oh, dude, asshole.
For some time, the parents peacefully coexisted in their home along with the spirits trapped within. The youngest parent daughter, April, became friends with a spirit who lived in her closet. April
yeah,
believed
nope.
the spirit in her closet to be Oliver Richardson, although the ghost could also have been Olive Richardson, a woman who died in 1867 and whose grave marker is just 10 short miles from the Arnold estate.
Any kind of entity that befriends a child, especially the youngest child, I don't like that.
Nah, dude.
I don't like that.
Okay, creep. Yeah.
That ghost is up to no good.
Oh, for sure.
I don't trust this ghost.
Well, they prey on the vulnerable. Children are, they're more susceptible
Yeah.
to things.
Do you think that's why they prey on me instead of you?
Because you look like a child?
Yeah.
Dude.
Why do you think I'm lifting all these weights?
Who's this buff little boy?
Who's that buff 6-year-old? I'm gonna haunt him, but
Let's haunt his
I'm a little scared about this one.
So this is April's bedroom. This was the youngest of the parent
It's got
daughters.
TV in there.
And she was said to have a little pal who lived in that little closet right there, named Oliver. However, when talking to the site rep here, they actually said that the little boy that hangs out there is actually named Manny.
Oh.
People have caught said little boy on thermal.
Oh, so you got your,
So I got my thermal here.
That is a low ceiling.
Oh look, I sat on that rocking chair right before we started rolling here, and you
see
could
your
see
butt?
you could see my whole
Whoa!
ass mark. Man, that's a hot ass.
That's a hot
That's
ass.
the hottest ass the internet's ever seen. God damn, look at those buns.
Sit in this chair and see if the wood retains anything.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Okay. Oh, this is fun. Okay, I'm gonna try and be real warm.
Yeah, think warm thoughts. Think Chipotle.
Anything?
Oh yeah, dude. Look at this. You are making that baby
man.
glow.
Wow!
Hey,
I didn't know it did that. That's incredible.
Get a shot at this. Take a look at this. That's YouTube's ass right there.
Wow, you can see my ass.
Look at how pronounced that crack is.
I'm surprised you don't see it.
Surprised
my
me.
sack.
Anyways, let's try and find this kid. He's in the closet.
I can't believe how pronounced my crank was.
That's pretty good.
That's the closest we've ever gotten to an actual ghost on this show.
Is there anybody in here with us? I know you saw us being very childish in this room. Butts are funny. Is there anybody in here?
This is Manny's closet.
Did you say something?
I said this is Manny's closet. Did you hear something in there?
Yeah, sounded like a girl.
What'd you hear, boy?
Like, ha. Hey, stop. Like that sounded like stop.
Stop.
Maybe it's Olive.
Manny, are you in here? I really hope not, because this is where I'm sleeping.
Guests who later stayed in the home said to have witnessed a ball moving independently around the floor, doors opening on their own, and cell phones getting knocked off the nightstand with no explanation. The family even witnessed the appearance of a father, son, and dog at the top of the staircase on several occasions. But despite their best efforts, the ghostly trio would never make eye contact nor acknowledge the family in any way.
Ghost dogs.
Maybe we could bring
Yeah.
a little treat, you know?
That's a good idea. Milk.
Yeah.
Or maybe you could dress up like a cat.
That's a good,
And-
that's a good idea.
I'm going to make this very clear. Are we going to put on cat ears at this location? Yes. Is it a joke? Absolutely not.
If I'm a ghost,
Yeah.
dog aside, if I'm a ghost dog, of course I'm gonna bark at a cat. But if I
Exactly.
see two men
Dressed like a cat.
dressed like cat, crawling up the stairs and being sort of like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, what the fuck are you doing? I'm summoning all my ghost energy to vocalize into the physical world. Hey, what the fuck are you doing? It's been nearly 2 years since we've sat down at the supernatural desk and gone out on our ghost hunts.
That's fair.
And in that time, as we were coming up on this season, it occurred to me, and I'm not even joking about this, we are the best ghost hunters who ever lived.
I agree with that.
I'm not fucking joking.
There's no point
This
in
is
us.
not a joke.
There's no point in us dimming our light anymore.
No.
Okay? And you're gonna see that right meow.
Wait, there are. Oh my fucking god.
Wait, there's a ghost dog?
Fucking dumb. Imagine the Woodstone ghost looking at that bullshit.
You don't have a cat, do you? Sort of purring like a cat man. You gotta really purr. Is your ghost dog dead?
Just think, when we started this, did you ever think you'd be on your knees looking up a staircase with cat ears on?
You know what? I did.
Me too. But then, things took a turn. Just 3 years after moving in, the parent
buddy.
family began noticing
Here's
the smell
horror.
of rotting flesh
That's
permeating
not
their
a good
home.
smell.
And while the smell was certainly enough to concern the young family, it was what came after that truly terrified them. In the early
I can imagine like their first thought is like, okay, somebody died in the walls. And then this next thing's gonna
morning
happen.
hours, the family would wake to the wafting stench of death. And like clockwork, at exactly 5:15 a.m., the parent children began being pulled and flung from their beds
Oh!
by what the family believed to be demonic possession.
Oh yeah. Check it out, children. You can use this mag light to communicate with us. I don't know why he smelled it like that. With this
Dude.
light, you'll be able to tell us, simple yes or no questions. This light will...
Got an itchy ear.
turn on randomly, I will admit that. However, it will also turn on if you tap it. And therefore, we could maybe garner intelligent responses from this.
Yeah.
Did someone just open a door?
Again, it's an old ass house.
Someone just opened a door somewhere in this house.
Is that a fucking chalkboard?
You'll have to go check that out.
Me? And not you?
Well, I'm getting the neck light.
Hello? Who's there?
What, boy? Yeah, that
Just
thing
open the
needs
door
to be
down
paint.
here.
Maybe a carpet or a rug. Is that the fucking front
Guys?
door?
The front door's open.
Oh boy.
Completely wide open.
Is that scary? Does that not sit well with you?
Fucking kidding me. As is the basement door. Oh my god, the hair on my fucking neck is standing up. Who's here?
You'd think the front door would be more
It
sturdy.
scared the shit out of me.
Probably not closing it. Does that close all the way? Oh. How'd you do that?
Put a little elbow grease into it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Or you don't like that.
I don't. Do you like that? You shouldn't like that.
You think it's just a windy night? Was it you, Annabelle?
Fucking weird. Okay, let's go back upstairs. Is the fun starting? Let's mark that down as 1 point for the Bugaras. That's 2 doors opening since we've been here.
The Bugaras do need some points, so feel free to
Like
move that
3
to the
doors, I
Bugara
guess.
registry. All right, we've settled. We've addressed the door issue.
Now whatever was out there is in here. As you can see, that light is on right now.
Or left.
If there's something in here with us right now, turn the light off right now. And it is trying to turn off. You're gonna have to try harder than that, pal.
If you'd like to hurt us, turn the light off right now. Nice.
Oh boy.
Fucking our ears here. I thought I heard like whispering. You hear whispering? Wish. Listen to this. Listen to this. Sure.
Or maybe it's not doing it, but it should sound like hushed whispering.
For a second, they're just like.
Dude.
I could see how maybe.
You see what I'm saying, though, right? I thought I heard. I'm not.
The rain. No, that was a genuine look on your face. I don't think you were hamming it up there. You know what
Yeah.
rain sounds like, so I know you were accounting for that.
For a brief second there, I thought I heard something whisper, "Turn the light off."
Yeah.
That's why I freaked out. And then after that, it started sounding just more kind of inaudible. I couldn't really figure it out.
Well, turn the light off then, huh? If you're a demon, turn the light off.
Was it mocking you? It could be telling us to turn our lights off.
Well, then let's turn them off.
Dude.
Who's opening doors in this house? That's
Oh.
you? Okay. Who is this? Is this anybody, or is this just we're just looking at a random event here?
If you're a little ghost child and you're going to wait till Ryan Bergara closes his eyes, and then when he opens them, you're going to be standing in the corner of his room in shadow, but he'll be able to make out your ghastly little figure. To go ahead and turn that light off. Right.
Oh, fuck. Did you see that?
Lightning.
A flash of lightning at the same time that turned off.
Fucking coincidence.
The heavens are opening up.
That was horrific.
Unfortunately for the parents, and what they couldn't have known then, was they were already caught in a web of events that would eventually lead to what Andrea Perrin would later call, quote, the most terrifying night of her life.
I'm gonna turn on the bathroom light because it just turned off. My legs are kind of sore, so I'm gonna take a bath after this.
It all started around 1974. Carolyn Perrin was lying on the sofa in the living room when suddenly she felt a sharp pain in her calf muscle. The muscle began to spasm, and when she looked closer, she noticed a pool of blood right where she'd felt the injury. She scanned the sofa for bees or anything else that could have stung her leg, but found nothing.
That's creepy. What's so funny?
You know, when you wake up in a pool of your own blood, the first thought is,
Oh, fuck, are there bees here?
where's that dang bee? He got me again. You know how all bees stab you with a machete?
We scan for bees, really.
This is where
Maybe
she
a
was lying
wasp.
when she got stabbed by what she, I guess, assumed was bees, as one would assume. But we don't have to talk about that right now. It's certainly an odd thing to assume.
Well, you know, you jump to conclusions when you feel a stabbing pain in a place where you usually take nice little naps.
I'm lying on
Yeah.
the couch where you attacked Carolyn Perrin. Whatever is in this house. Now we're both sitting on the couch.
What do you think of that?
Why did you attack her? Is this your couch? Is this your house?
What's your deal, man? What's all this then? What are you doing What are you doing in here? We know a lot of stuff has gone down in here. We got some Ouija boards over there? Ryan, what do you think about that?
We're gonna use those later for a seance.
But
That's another fucking Annabelle in the closet.
No, I don't.
There's another Annabelle in the grandfather clock. Why?
But I also don't approve of not getting evidence in our final season.
That's gonna be a rough one for you then.
Well, we already got a door opening. Could you close that door? Whatever's inside this house, can you close that door?
Is there like a
Just to show us that you're here.
Go ahead, close that door.
Oh, my hand's shaking.
Did the door close?
Sometimes you just shake.
Okay. Mark that down as a point for the shaking.
What a dick.
Huh.
As to why Carolyn was being targeted, Andrea Perrin believed that, quote, whoever the spirit was, she perceived herself to be mistress of the house, and she resented the competition my mother posed for that position, end quote. After being attacked in the living room, Carolyn and Roger Perrin had had enough. Desperate and in need of answers, the Warrens were finally called in.
Oh boy. Let's go, baby. Do you think ghosts talk among themselves? And they know? Yeah, they're like, wow, we must be doing a pretty
You
good
think
job.
they ever shit talk about the Warrens?
And then
Like
you show up and they're like,
Mr. Warren's behavior as like a genuine creep?
okay.
These two walk in. Dude, I think we're gonna be in a James Wan film.
Ed and Lorraine Warren had founded the New England Society for Psychic Research in 1952, and at that time were arguably the most famous paranormal experts in the U.S. Their investigations include that of the Amityville house, as well as the possession of a Raggedy Ann doll thought to be haunted by unsolved alumnus Annabelle Higgins.
Your good old
Unsolved
pal.
alumnus. That's
Your-
sweet.
Your good old pal Annabelle.
Yeah, raggedy ass
She
brats.
Yeah.
did say she was going to kill you.
Hey, keep at it, I guess.
The Warrens arrived in Rhode Island and began their investigation. Upon seeing Carolyn Perrin's injury, the Warrens became
Does it look
convinced
like a bee
that the
sting?
demonic presence who had harmed her was none other than the former neighbor of the Arnold estate, Bathsheba
What?
Sherman. Born in 1812, Bathsheba Sherman lived on the farm just next door to the Arnold estate with her husband, Judson.
Why is she
During
haunting
her
the next door
lifetime,
neighbors?
Bathsheba had come under scrutiny after an infant mysteriously died in her care.
I mean, sometimes
The
babies
baby
just
was
die.
examined, and it was determined that the death was caused by a large sewing needle
Oh.
piercing the base of its skull.
Ew.
Branded a witch, local townspeople suspected that Bathsheba had killed the child to sacrifice it to the devil.
No, you can't.
Stabbing babies in the head?
Yes.
That's
that.
a pretty strong stance to take on that one. Are you sure?
Yeah. You know, we don't
We
like
have-
to get too political on this show,
Yeah,
but
I know.
that's one that we're going to draw a line.
That's a
Yep.
real brave thing of you to say.
Don't stab a baby.
Specifically with a sewing needle.
Yeah.
I'll go one step further with anything.
There is no evidence of a court case finding her innocent, but her name was legally cleared, though the public was never convinced, and neither was Lorraine Warren, now sure that the demonic presence in the Arnold estate was Bathsheba Sherman.
Well, why isn't Bathsheba haunting her own house? Is it because her old house got destroyed?
Warren
If you want
posited
your new
that
house
she
to
could have
haunt?
taken the sewing needle with her to the afterlife and used it to stab Carolyn on the couch.
It doesn't look good if a baby is stabbed in the head and you're the last person to have been taken care of.
No, I like that they're like, well, the town still didn't like her after that. And it's like, yeah, because she was watching a baby and the baby got stabbed.
It's not great.
Gotta fix my audio again.
Sucks if she didn't do it, but I
Yeah.
mean,
The lady was like, well, they said I was a witch, but they didn't have any proof, even though that baby did get stabbed.
to be fair,
like
have
10
we checked
minutes
the
left.
neighborhood for bees?
Bathsheba Sherman died in May 1885, and some legends claim that the suspected witch's body, quote, literally turned to stone, end quote, upon her death.
What?
While others believe she died from a, quote, bizarre form of paralysis, end quote.
Yeah, I think that might
No
be
matter
it.
how Bathsheba died,
Oh, she was
however,
buried alive.
it is now up to the Warrens to figure out why she had come back. They decided the best way to communicate with her was to hold a seance. In 2013, Lorraine Warren told USA Today of the seance at the Arnold estate. Quote, "The things that went on there were just incredibly frightening. It still affects me to talk about it today." End quote.
It's time for another seance.
This is the very room in which they performed the exorcism with
Yeah,
the
bud.
Warrens.
That's great.
And now we're going to have a seance.
have a blast.
Of course, we have our Ouija board right here.
Yeah.
And we have our candles. We got the planchette.
The altar
but no
candles,
good
I
seance
believe.
is performed without protection. So I got something that you're going to really like.
You got condoms? What are you doing? What is going on right now? What is that? You brought...
I'm packing.
Holy water guns.
Oh, your little friends.
I got 2 guns, one for each of us.
I get one? Is
That's
this holy water?
That's holy water, baby. And as always, with a seance, you do need an offering. And I thought, what better offering than the treats that they hand to us on the plane, the ones you don't really like. These are honey graham crackers. So, here you go. Just put a cup. Are you drinking the holy water? It's disgusting. Now, you'll notice that I do have a gat in my hand, but that's just in case you try and pull any, throwy business. You try and throw me, you get sprayed. You talk to me out of turn, you get sprayed. You touch any of us where the sun don't shine,
You get sprayed.
just setting the rules here. Those are my boundaries. And my therapist says it's very important to set boundaries.
And these ghosts, this is primarily for the demons, huh? Because ghosts don't give a shit about water, right?
Is mine loaded? Oh, it's loaded.
Why would you do that?
The night of the seance, Roger and Carolyn Perrin made sure the children were kept away. But that didn't stop Andrea and her sister Cindy
Why
from
didn't they just
secretly
send them to
watching
a
everything
friend's
that
house for a
transpired that
sleepover?
night. According to Andrea, once the seance started, quote, "I thought I was going to pass out. My mother began to speak a language not of this world, in a voice not her own. Her chair levitated," end quote, and, quote, "a power not of this world threw her 20 feet into another room."
Dude.
End quote.
Why don't we close our eyes and see if it lands on any specific letter?
Okay.
Let's also hum while we do it, because I feel like that'll, I don't know.
That doesn't make sense, but I'm on board.
Okay.
And I think that's pretty much just this show in a nutshell.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Roger Perrin later said of his wife that night that, quote, "she was possessed. Her entire body was distorted, and it lasted several hours until they de-demonized her, and
Yeah.
then I threw them out." End quote.
Well, you better start moving it. Otherwise, I'm going to eat all your graham crackers.
Uh-oh. There goes your
Maybe
sacrifice.
don't like graham crackers.
Uh-oh. Close the door.
Nothing? Good.
G-O-O-D-B-Y-E. Goodbye. Portal's closed.
Okay.
Despite closing the seance, an audio recorder left recording in this spot overnight picked up this disembodied voice. Is this the voice of Bathsheba Sherman? Carolyn Perrin, quote, "utterly drained and in pain," end quote, agreed with her husband, having said, quote, "the Warrens tried to help, but we essentially found things got worse around them," end quote.
Wonder why they cut that out of the movie.
I wish that movie ended with them being like, "Can you fuck off?"
However, following the Warren seance, the Perrins reported no further malevolent supernatural events within their home. Andrea Perrin stated that the family simply, quote, "accepted the fact that we were not living there alone," end quote, and
Yeah,
lived, quote,
what else
pretty
can you
happily
do?
most of the time until they moved out of the house in 1980. And yet, here the Arnold estate sits, still open to those who are
I'm recording a video. I'll do the dishes when I'm done. I got like 10 minutes.
brave or stupid enough to explore it. Is Bathsheba Sherman actually gone, or is she simply waiting for the next viable host? And
Uh-oh.
could she be biding her time in a place that once reeked of rotting flesh? Andrea Perrin said her family steered clear of the dirt-floored cellar, and when her father
Yeah,
was
I
forced
wouldn't
to
wanna go
venture
there
below
either.
to make repairs to the home's heating equipment, quote, he would go downstairs and feel this cold, stinking presence beside him,
Ew.
end quote. In the years since, others have found old children's drawings of a, quote, crooked neck lady, end quote, crumpled and discarded in the hidden depths of the home. One paranormal investigator even witnessed the apparition of a woman with a broken neck lingering around the
Yikes.
subterranean well that dates back to when the house was first built. So tonight, we'll explore the Arnold Estates cellar to see if Bathsheba Sherman really was vanquished that fateful night in 1974, or if she's still here, waiting.
This is apparently where the crooked neck lady resides. Ugh.
Yeah, that's a basement. That's a basement if I ever seen one.
As I said,
And
this
now
used
it's
to be a
low
daycare
ceiling.
at one point. I guess somebody claimed they saw a crooked neck lady down here. And then, when they started to move furniture down here to clear up space upstairs, this, from the days of the daycare, was found. And look what one of the kids drew on the inside of it.
Is that the crooked neck lady?
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
How creepy to see something down here and then to later find furniture with the likeness of the thing you saw drawn
That's
on it.
crazy. That's,
That's
a cool
weird.
Look at her eyes. They have X's on them?
Lady. Yeah, she doesn't look well. If I woke up and saw that in the mirror, I'd be like, today is not my day. You know?
And now, ahead of our horrifying sleepover at the Conjuring house, Shane and I will investigate the basement individually.
All right, big boy. It's time to put you underground.
What am I looking for? Bathsheba
You're
and
gonna
the neck lady?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay, heading back down into the basement here. It's fairly gross. That's a gross basement. Crooked neck lady? Are you chilling in this puddle?
Yeah, they gotta at least clean out
No.
the basement.
Bathsheba? Are you around? Huh? Why don't you just come on out? I'm alone down here, so prime meat. Prime target. Come on. Come get me. I'm gonna go explore the space a bit. Crooked neck lady!
Oh, man.
Why's your neck look like that? What you done, huh? Who did that to your neck? You wanna do the clap game?
What if she fell?
Here we go.
I don't think they've seen the movie.
How's that?
His dick is in center frame.
Ryan, what are your thoughts going down there into the basement? Any plans to see the bent neck lady?
Flashlight as a microphone bit, huh?
Pretty funny. We can't believe we've never done this.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts going into the basement now in your solo investigation? Tell us, where's your head at?
Well, I don't love going down into a basement infested by a demon by myself. I'm starting to emotionally shut down.
Great. Love
Yeah.
To hear that. Well, good luck. We wish you luck.
You know, the funny thing about that, Shane, is I don't need luck. I am not my fear. I am stronger than my fear. I am not my fear. My name is Ryan. Ryan Bergara. And I'm the most feared ghost hunter in the fucking world. So I ask you this, demon. Do you feel fucking lucky? Am I alone down here? Who's here with me? Is there anybody down here with me? Or am I just talking to gross ass air?
Yeah, might be gross as air.
There it is. Is that what you wanted? You wanted to see my fucking face? If there's somebody down here with me, you know who you are. Show yourself. Back to hell, demon!
Excuse me. What? What's that?
Well, this has been fun.
That's a creepy table.
Do not try me, demon. It'll be the last thing you ever do.
This is awful because normally at this point it's like, hey, I get to go back to the hotel, you know, put on a shower, some nice classical music or something, and now I get to make my bed, and I'm still here. So don't love that. Don't love
Time to
that.
go to sleep in the Conjuring house. During a thunderstorm.
To finish off our investigation, we'll attempt to sleep overnight in the Conjuring house separately. Night. Finally got rid of those losers, right? Alice's room right here. My little setup. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh
We have a
boy.
little closet here where the boys said to be.
Is that
Said to be.
new
And then,
floorboards?
pretty boys right there. Hey.
All right, that is recording now.
My little pistol. You know your boss packing while he's sleeping. Wait, it's very late.
Hi everyone, it's Shane. Hello. I'm going to sleep now in the Conjuring home. I hope I don't get yanked. I mean, actually, it'd be fun. See what happens. Ryan's over there recording a video message as well.
Is there anybody in here with me? Got news for you if you are. I don't snore, so that's good.
Huh.
I would appreciate it if you didn't mess with me tonight, okay?
What are you talking about, Ryan?
I'm saying that whatever is in this house usually knocks phones off of nightstands.
Oh, cool.
Very boomery of the ghost.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. All right, well, I'm going to sleep.
Hope I don't have to pee. And as I say that, kind of feel like I have to pee. But I'll piss my pants instead.
No worries there.
His brain probably
Well.
ate itself.
It's morning. The light's coming through the window. It's such a beautiful thing.
It doesn't look as horrifying in the morning.
The Conjuring
Looks
house
very nice.
has been cleared.
It's been conquered.
By the group.
I sure didn't conjure up any sleep.
I've slept plenty. Well,
This is your last chance.
Are there any
But
ghosts?
Bathsheba. Bathsheba.
Come on, this is getting embarrassing for you now. Honestly.
You talking to yourself?
No, Bathsheba.
All right. Well, I think it's safe to say the Shaniacs won the day yet again. You know?
Got some good stuff. We got some good stuff. There she is, in the morning light. Ain't she a beaut?
Yeah, you know that lovely green grass.
Let's leave.
We may never be able to fully understand what exactly the Perrin family endured all those years ago, but whatever was, or wasn't, cast out from the Arnold estate that fateful night in 1974 will continue to remain unsolved.
Is there no end? There's no end credits. That was a good reaction video. Oh, this is almost 15 minutes long. I gotta do the dishwasher. I will see you in the next one.